afternoon, everyone. I will call the April 11th regular board meeting to order, and I'd like to welcome invited guests, which I don't see anybody other than Bridge. He's always invited guest.
Thank you, sir.
And I don't see any elected officials. James? Please turn off your cell phones as they disrupt our meeting. And I'm very honored to have Miss Nancy Hollingshed pray for us and then lead us in the pledge.
I'm just going to read something real quick. Behold, if God loves us, we also ought to love one another. No one has seen God at any time. If we love one another, God abides in us, and His love has been perfected in us. Dear Father, we just want to ask that you would be with us today as these men do the business of our county. We know that you are guiding them, and we ask that you would be with every member of this community to help us to love each other, to come together, and to know that what we do in your name. So it is in your precious name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yes, thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy.
All right. Action on March 28th, 2017 work session minutes and the March 28th regular board meeting minutes. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion
To approve. Motion approved by Commissioner Collette. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Crowe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries 5-0. Under announcements, the Board of Commissioners would like to present the National Donate Life Month proclamation. I'm not sure we have anybody here to receive this proclamation and this recognition, so we will just hold that in case anyone comes in to receive that. We have no invited guests. Bid awards, action to enter into a contract with Peak Pavement Markings LLC for the 2017 line striping project in the amount of $133,051.50. This project will be funded through SPLOST.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve by Commissioner Crowe. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a second by Commissioner Pownell? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We have no reports from any of our committees or departments. We do not have anybody signed up for public participation on agenda items. The consent agenda action on 4 consent agenda items that we read in the work session, and I would entertain a motion that we approve those 4 consent agenda items.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion approved by Commissioner Collette and second by Commissioner Pownell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Under old business, item number 1, action to adopt the job description for Senior Administrative Assistant to the Chairman and approve the Human Resources Department to begin the hiring process. It was tabled for March the 28th, Board of Commissioners meeting. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Collette, second. Don't hear a second. The motion is denied for lack of a second.
I'd like to make a motion to approve with the following change in the job summary. The note line will read, this position is non-civil service. It is appointed by and serves at the pleasure of the Board of Commissioners.
Okay, that was made as a motion, Commissioner Davis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Motion to approve as a non-civil service position and will be voted on or approved and confirmed by the Board of Commissioners. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have a motion, is there a second?
That means it's a department head, but yes.
That was already established, wasn't it?
The job description that David sent us over the weekend was not written that way.
We talked about it in the meeting at 10 o'clock.
For executive.
Well, we talked about it in the meeting at 10 o'clock, but we didn't change anything. We agreed if we were going to, it would be changed here.
Okay, I second.
Okay, we now have a second by Commissioner Collette. Any discussion, further discussion?
So basically, department head, we're talking nomination by the chairman, confirmation by the board.
Yeah.
Nomination by the chairman, confirmation by the board. I'm looking down at that end.
That would be correct.
Okay.
I'll just ask, make sure we don't have an improper motion or something is not in line with procedures. If Director Brian Acker would, we're okay?
I won't be redundant, but just as a point of clarification, what you are doing is you're establishing it non-civil service as department head. We do not have a department for it. Ms. Skipper and I talked about it. We would have to formally address that. But that's what we're doing. Be subject to nomination by the chairman, confirmation by the board.
How do you normally work? This is really a new agenda item as a chairman as far as the salary goes.
What we'll help you with in our office, we'll put together a posting, use the salary range that we noted. The salary will be subject to board approval as well.
And I think we left it had a pay grade of 14, I think.
Yeah, it's just had a consistency with other county positions. We've slotted it at 14, so the range would be within that, and any, whatever we do with the offer that we would make, that would be subject to board approval as well.
The whole package deal.
Okay, so the motion was to put into the note line, which is on the job description as the second sentence, that this position is non-civil service, is a department head and serves via the nomination by the chairman and the confirmation by the Board of Commissioners process for department heads. Is that right?
Okay, everyone in agreement with that? That's the motion that Ms. Skipper just presented, and we have the second. All those in favor?
Same thing.
I'm sorry?
I thought I heard somebody talking.
Yeah, just want to make sure everybody's good.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm going to vote against this, but it's not that the position isn't needed, it's just that I don't agree with the way it's set up. So, all those in
Was there
favor?
only while we're in discussion, is there anything else we need to do? I mean, we're doing this for you. Is there anything else we need to do other than what you wanted that we don't agree with? I mean, basically wanted to give you the same thing as our last meeting, because
I thought the job description was pretty inclusive. Are there any other changes that you'd like to see made before we vote on it?
Yeah, because
Well, it's just unorthodox to set a senior administrative assistant as an executive or as a department head. They don't have a department. So to me, it's a misnomer. It's incongruent with the way the other positions throughout our organizational chart are set up. So, but
it would kind of, I just want to make sure we're taking care of what we need to take care of. Later on here, we're going to vote on another one that's a department head. May not have people underneath it, but
We did discuss that this morning. That's very similar to the county clerk position. County clerk usually sometimes doesn't have an employee under them. But to me, this is the way we have to do it. Otherwise, we lock somebody in when someone else runs for office and runs for chairman, and they become the chairman, then this would be their person too. So yeah, you pick who you would want, but they wouldn't get to pick who they wanted. They'd have to either fire that person, or they would have to find a placement who was in the county. So by doing it this way, I see it solves that whole problem, and someone understands, hey, I'm going with the person who was elected.
I think it works good because we've kind of changed some roles there in the department with the two positions that we're actually talking about today. Kind of got a few different roles that we've kind of changed. I think it works good.
Well, I understand the argument, certainly, Commissioner Collette, that after the end of a term, if the person is chosen by and connected to that elected official, that the next elected official, and historically, people here on the staff, particularly I've been here for a while, have seen that happen. However, I think to stay with the human resources process and screening and vetting and interviewing and having that civil service protection is of great value. And I would add to that if someone is a good employee, usually I think there would be a location found, even if the next elected official did not choose that same person, that they would have established a reputation where they would be desired in one of the departments. So I think that would work itself out. But I do understand your argument. So we have a motion and second. It's been read a couple of times, so we're all clear. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Nay. Old business number 2.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, was that 4-1 vote?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Action to adopt the job description for county administrator or equivalent and approve Human Resource Department to begin the hiring process. This was tabled originally from February 14, 2017, Board of Commissioners meeting, and March 14, 2017. Authorization was given to Human Resource Director Brian Acker to revise the job description and bring it back before the board, which he has. And we appreciate that, Brian. I hear a motion.
Motion to approve.
A motion approved by Commissioner Collette. Is there a second?
Which job description are you motioning to approve?
I'm motioning to approve the job description that was sent out in the email.
The operations manager?
Operations manager. Thank you.
So we have a motion to approve the position as the county operations manager with the job description that was communicated in the org chart relationship, the way it was posted. So is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Davis. Now discussion, clarifications. Hearing.
Are you good with everything on it? I assume you are. You sent us out the email with the 3 job descriptions, but you're good. The proposed pay grade and everything's, you're good with that, Mr. Coleman?
Yes, that's why, it felt like we ended up with 4 options out there when you include the government services. So it's workable. So any other discussion?
Ronnie, could you kind of just summarize that position?
It may be better for Mr. Acker to do that since he's right there and he has it in front of him. I didn't actually receive the email because it went to my TRC-law firm account and I don't have access to that account any longer.
I had access to it, but I can't pull it back up now.
I got it here.
I've got a hard copy if you need it.
Just relative to the county administrator position that we have will be established. One of the issues we've discussed and gone through is the supervisory authority. This position as county operations manager does not have formal supervisory authority over any of the department heads. Some key key things are very similar, but again, doesn't have, I think that's the key point, is it doesn't have that supervisory authority. Still responsible for assisting with managing day-to-day operations, sort of pulling in from what we talked about with government services position we used to have. It's responsible for oversight of some capital projects, things of that nature. Serves as the liaison with the commission, the chairman, department heads. But the key issue is it takes away that supervisory authority, which in and of itself is an awkward scenario, but if that's how we prefer to do it, that's y'all's decision.
This removes a lot of authority to what used to be. And this salaries changed dramatically, right?
Correct.
I know that Dave sent out all 3 of the job descriptions that we have here. I just forwarded that same email to everybody so they can pull it up. Maybe I didn't. I just want to make sure that it all fits.
I know that we've discussed a lot of issues around this, and what it's worth, my 2 cents, I think it's very important at the end of the day that the position's got to meet the needs of the county. If this is the direction you want to go, and you feel like this effectively helps us be a better organization, coordinate activities among departments, then that's certainly a viable option. But it is significantly different from the county administrator role we had before.
Yes, very good.
This is actually going to be the same position Chuck had. Am I right or wrong?
No, sir. In the position that he had as government services director, there were a handful of smaller departments that fell under him, but majority of the larger departments were not. They reported to the county administrator.
And I'm not looking at the job description. I left it on my desk.
Just email Paul.
Lonnie
Still can't pull it
passed it over to
Give
me.
it to me, so.
All right.
You're on
It's
spot.
there.
One of the things that
Can't get it.
I thought was important in the way you wrote up, Brian, is the continued liaison and coordination of departments. The supervisory role, as far as the department heads reporting to the county administrator, as it was set up before, is the missing piece. But I think it's still important that the operations manager is again involved in the goals, as you said, the liaison and the interaction with the departments, so that we do achieve our goals and we are productive in that way. I mean, operations itself, the word, where do operations occur in Paulding County with our department heads? So just want to emphasize that. Any further discussion?
I guess if you feel like it takes care of what all it needs to take care of, I don't know that I feel like that's the case. So I may be voting against it because of that. I don't know that it gets everything that we need to get. It gets us out of all 3, it's the closest one. But I'm not saying something couldn't be done to critique it. but anyway.
It's been out there for 2 months, and with the opportunity to, the first part of it, just tweak it on your own, or come in and talk about it and tweak it, and then we open it up to go by Mr. Acker's office and tweak it. So we've had plenty of time to make any adjustments on any of the job descriptions, in my opinion. So no further discussion.
I agree.
Any other discussion? I won't cut anybody off by any means. Okay, take a vote then. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
I'd like to abstain. My reason is I'm the one that took the funding off of this job to begin. Of course, it's changed dramatically. My platform when I ran for chairman is I would do without one. And I think it'd be hypocritical on my part to go along with it.
Okay, the motion carries 3-1-1. And we'll move on to old business item number 3. Action to authorize the chairman to sign a transmittal letter submitting the Paulding County Joint Comprehensive Plan to the Northwest Georgia Regional Commission for review. It was tabled from our last meeting, March 28th, at the Board of Commissioners meeting. And do I hear any kind of a motion?
Make a motion that we table until the April 25th meeting.
Okay, we have a motion that we table this old business item till April the 25th. Is there a second?
Second.
I got a motion by Commissioner Pownell and a second by Commissioner Collette. Is there any discussion?
That is, we feel good about that. Okay, on all ends. Okay, we're good. Okay, make sure. Thank you.
I would like to ask Ms. Lippman to kind of describe the timeline that we're working with to be a QLC or a quality.
Qualified local government. We have until June 30th of 2017 to adopt a comprehensive plan that would keep our qualified local government status up. We're, even since this morning's meeting, we're probably 90% closer to having a document done, and just working on getting some maps updated, and we'll be able to have that out no later than Thursday, since we're closed Friday. The plan, once it's submitted, is reviewed by the Northwest Georgia Regional Commission as well as the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. They need between 20 and 30 days to review the document and to confirm that it is in compliance with the state rules. And once their review is done, they may have some changes that we need to make. And as we've said before, while the state is reviewing the plan, it is still open for public review and we can make any changes. And we would need to schedule adoptions before all the city and county board of commissioners in June in order to have something adopted by June 30th.
Thank you. Any other discussion? I'd also like to thank again the citizens that came in on an extra day. See Ms. Wilkins, Kathy. Thank you all again for participating. Okay, no further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Under new business, action to approve the lease agreement with Helping Hands of Paulding County Incorporated. Is there
Motion to approve.
motion to approve by Commissioner Pownell? Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Crowe. All those in favor? I'm sorry. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. New business item number 2, action on the nomination and confirmation of Rebecca Meredith as Executive Assistant and County Clerk to the Paulding County Board of Commissioners. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Pownell and a second by Commissioner Crowe. Is there any discussion? I think it should be discussed that she will have her 30th anniversary this next September. So, congratulations. Anyway, I didn't say that this morning, so she's been married to Travis for 29 plus years. And so, is there any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Congratulations.
And new business number 3, action to adopt resolution 17-12 for the purpose of potential and pending litigation. The resolution that came from the executive session. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Commissioner Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Pownell. Guess there's any discussion on that?
All you're doing is confirming that the reason you went into closed session was to discuss pending and potential litigation. Resolution's for.
Okay. So all those in favor of passing this resolution 1712, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. New business number 4, action to request a joint action to request a joint called meeting with the Paulding County Airport Authority on April the 19th, 2017 at 9 a.m. for the purpose of going into executive session to discuss pending and potential litigation, specifically a corrective action plan as requested by the FAA. The Paulding County Airport Authority is requested to respond to this request for a joint meeting by Friday, April the 14th, as soon as the meeting can be advertised. I'm sorry, by Friday the 14th at noon, so the meeting can be advertised in a proper time frame. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Commissioner Pownell. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collette. Any discussion on this item? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay. Motion carries 5-0. Conclusion of the regular business. We have no executive session. We have no citizens wishing to speak. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
We okay?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Commissioner Pownell, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Davis. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries, and we are officially adjourned.